has indeed been decreasing. Is that a function of physicality, alterations to playing style? Possibly. One thing for certain, you hope the decline isn't attributed to a lack of effort.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. In the post, it's going to be Collins and Lopez. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Garland. And it's Jones in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Trailblazers, on the block, you'll see Kamara and Klingon. Holiday out there with Denny Avdia. And it's Grant in at the small forward. Clark would have to think that for game 1 of this back-to-back, teams are making some calculated adjustments. What do you think?
You're not wrong about that, Kevin. No reason to really show your full hand, if you will, in a back-to-back situation. You're always conscious of where your players are physically in terms of rest and fatigue. It's about finding the right balance for your particular ball club based on what the potential is and where you are currently.
Klingon's shot is off. And it's the Clippers' ball. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
Yeah, and looking back at their last game against this club, they were badly out-rebounded.
Yeah, and that turned the tide, the rebounding differential. They've got to focus and make it a team effort to really pound the glass.
Oh, nice pass there. Garland with the great vision.
And now, just over a minute played here in the first. Here's Holiday against New Orleans, who is really on his game. Down low. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Now the Clippers with it. Pass to Leonard. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. And he makes that one. Leonard's got 5 points so far.
That strong upper body of Kawhi's really helps him around the basket.
Holiday against Garland. Now Kamara. Klingon the screen for Avdia. A three-pointer off the mark. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Collins against Grant. To the inside. Avdia against Leonard. The tray. Lopez grabs the board. Quick start here for the Clippers in this one. It's a 5-point game. And then Leonard with the dunk.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two.
Blazers breaker dance through.
Some numbers for Collins, and he's among the top 20 players in three-point field goal percentage. He has been locked and loaded from beyond.
And as you mentioned, one of the more efficient scorers in pro basketball. He challenges defenders with his bravado, and more often than not, he prevails. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. One thing you can say about this Clippers organization, GA, resources will never be a problem.
Be a passionate and deep-pocketed leadership. You throw in the market size, and even if they're not the glamour franchise in LA, they're no longer resigned to second fiddle.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first man.
Lopez sets a screen for Leonard. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Trailblazers trail by 7. Pass to Klingon. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
Well, good luck against Klingon in close. That's where he makes his money.
Outside Leonard. Back to Garland. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Well, you've seen some terrific offensive basketball over the last month. A lot of it thanks to the assist numbers put up by these point guards during that time. 5th on the list, Darius Garland.
And these are the best passers in the NBA. No question about it. Every one of them is willing and able to be the floor general out there and make sure the offense is running at full speed.
And that's the thing to me. I mean, as exceptional as their assist numbers are, it's their leadership and that ability to direct their offense. That's what makes them stand out.
And here's Leonard following Jeremy Grant's 3. Takes a 3, and it's Leonard missing. Portland trailing here. Inside, here's Kamara. He nails it, and we're tied up.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's Leonard. His last outing, he had 24 points. It's over Abdia. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. And their offense is really clicking right now.
Playing with a lot of energy and really taking it to the defense. Oh, great ball movement there.
Clippers have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. And here's Leonard from 3. Another miss by Leonard.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
And here's Holiday. No scoring in this one. Grant on the wing. Clock at 4. There's the 3. It's rebounded by Leonard. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Trailing by 2. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
I tell you, they were drawing a lot of iron from the perimeter. Couldn't get the threes to go down, and really the story of the game.
And, you know, that's a big part of how they attack and win, getting it going from the three-point line, but at the end of the day, it didn't happen.
Here's Holiday. Darius Garland picking up that last basket. Kamara finds Holiday. Now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
You know, Drew Holiday has so many great attributes, but I think maybe perhaps the best one is his mindset. He's even-keeled, he competes at a high level, and he never backs away from a challenge. He was wide open. That miss clearly on him.
Grant gets a wide-open look. That 3 off the mark. The Clippers trail. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Chance to catch up with Chauncey Billups. We talked about Kawhi Leonard and how much his experience plays a role. He mentioned when you have a guy like Kawhi, you can take one aspect of his game, but he's so skilled and experienced that he will find another way to beat you. They've got their hands full with the vet. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Allie, thank you so much for that.
Clinching the N1 opportunity. They really made Grant fight to get that one.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Portland.
How about the ball movement so far? I mean, the unselfishness, everyone here just playing for one another, and that can be infectious.
And, you know, in no time at all, they've also started finding points inside, already taking apart that interior defense.
You know, Greg, being a two-way player got Jeremy Grant into the NBA. but now he's grown even more.
Yeah, early on in his career, he's often the primary defender on elite scores. Then he added scoring to his game in Detroit, becoming an effective two-way player.
Now, here's Avdia after the miss from John Collins. And Holiday kicks to Grant. Trailblazers moving the ball around. The kick out to Holiday. Drills the three-pointer. Holiday's got 5 now.
With deep range and a wide arsenal of moves, Holiday keeps defenders off balance.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
And Leonard gets it to go.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Now, here is Holiday. He's got 5. Back to Grant. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
The superb work ethic of Grant. My, what a nice, soft touch inside.
Leonard, the pass to Jones. And Garland has it in the corner. Over Holiday. Garland, no good.
The defense made an impact right there. Definitely got him uncomfortable going up with it.
Grant kicks to Avdia. On the wing, Holiday. Guarded by Garland. Swinging. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 3 assists now in this one. Clippers trail by 9. Done outside. Pass to Leonard from past the arc. Portland grabs the miss. Klingen's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Outside, Avdia. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. And now it's an 11-point Trailblazer lead. And for the Clippers, they're shooting 33% here in the first quarter. Collins dishes to Garland. Going inside. Pass to Leonard. Over Grant. And Leonard gets it to go. Leonard's got 12.
Boy, it has been a huge night for Leonard. The skill is obvious, but his strength is what makes him hard to defend.
Back to Avdia. Garland against Holiday. Swinging at the elbow. Grant against Leonard. Here's Klingon. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He has 6.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
And Tyronn Lue wants a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Substitution here for the Clippers. Isaiah Jackson, he's checked in for Collins. Batum comes in for Jones. Bogdanovich is checked in for Leonard. And it's Benedict Mathurin in for Garland. And LA has possession. 11-point game. Dunn, the bounce pass. Jackson, that's a two-pointer. The rebound by Grant.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
GA, despite their youth, this Blazers team showing some grit at the defensive end of the court.
Yeah, very disruptive. Length on the perimeter. Donovan Clingan towering in the paint. And Charles Billups on the sidelines preaching that hard-nosed approach.
Here's Dunn. Portland making their last shot. A three from Bogdanovich. The Trailblazers pull it in. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
Yeah, and that one, they just locked it down defensively. Challenged shots and really protected the rim.
Boy, I tell you what, I think you got to really appreciate the grit. Getting dirty, staying engaged. That's really what defense is all about.
Grant for three. .114 left in the first quarter. Love at the elbow. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Avdia. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Here's Grant. Chris Dunn making his last shot. Left side, Grant. Avdia on the wing. And he also played really well in the win against the Pelicans.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
And there's Bogdanovich. That's good on the assist by Jackson. Bogdanovich has got it back down to single digits for the Clippers. Now here's Love. Still scoreless. Pass to Grant. Over Bogdanovich. Again, the miss by Grant.
He just missed it. He's typically solid from mid-range.
And so it's Portland in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We come back right after this. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance here, boys, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. They've got Benedict Mathurin. Batum is out there with Isaiah Jackson. Then it's Darius Garland. And it's Dunn in at the 2.
At the line for one.
The free throw drops in for Dunn. There's no question, Clark, Tyronn Lue has been a stabilizing presence for this Clippers organization.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin. Ty Lue has fostered a really strong culture and has navigated some testy, difficult situations, which is why he's already viewed as one of the best coaches in franchise history.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks. Every team in the league is looking for a long, athletic wing defender, and the Portland Trailblazers have been especially keen on stockpiling them. As they look to acquire their future franchise players, they want a ready-made roster full of versatile 3-and-D role players to surround them. Back to you.
A good strategy. All right, Allie, as always, we thank you. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball, following the basket by Nicholas Batum. Love inside, guarded by Garland. And GA, you know, some people argue that defense has declined in recent years. Would you agree?
I think mostly it's just harder to defend in today's game. You have to cover so much more ground, and with the lack of physicality, it just makes it more challenging.
And he makes the first. Both good from the line that time. Hey, Greg, after 2 seasons in Milwaukee, how about Damian Lillard going back to the Blazers roster even as he works his way back from the Achilles?
And in the meantime, he gets to watch this relatively young group compete. Their activity and defensive edge should pair nicely with his offensive brilliance next season.
They grab their own miss. Nails the baby hook.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Now Henderson. A 14-point game for him in the win against New Orleans. Love finds Henderson. To the left wing. Here's Yang. Off target with his 3. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Fires for 3. Love grabs the board. Trailblazers leading by 7. Sissoko passes to Love. Henderson outside. Pass to Sissoko. And here's Love from the arc. And he's good on the 3-ball. Love's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Now Mathurin. Dunn outside. Shoots over Henderson. Dunn misses. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Batum with the steal. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. As the playoffs near, let's take a look at the Western Conference standings. You take a look at the Trailblazers. They're good enough for 8th place in the conference right now, looking to hold on to that. And, of course, the Clippers right on their heels as they've got the next best record.
And for Portland, they're currently one of the top 8 seeds, but there's still a lot of work to be done, which they, to a man, understand. I think it's going to come down to execution.
And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Los Angeles making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. And here we can check out the story for Drew Holiday.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Trailblazers leading by 10. Pass to Sissoko. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Kamara with it. A 23-point game for him in the win against New Orleans.
And he also looked to attack at the defensive end of the floor. 3 steals in that game.
You know, the athleticism of Holiday and his size ensures that even inside, he's an effective scorer.
Jackson, a screen on Holiday. There's the lob to Jackson. And again, the turnover by the Clippers. What a stretch it's been for these players. They're the NBA's leading scorers over the last 10 games. These are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. 5th best, Kawhi Leonard.
Quite a role he's been on. I mean, a pure scoring display. Eventually, teams might find an answer for him, but that's not been the case here lately.
Now, here's Avdia. A dependable source of points for his team, averages just under 24 points a game. Murray kicks to Avdia. Outside Holiday. From deep. Good on the 3-point shot. Holiday's got 5 points now in the quarter.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Here's Leonard.
Smart move by Kawhi using the pump fake to draw the foul.
And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And in terms of efficiency, Greg, very little has changed with Kawhi Leonard.
In multiple years, he's been close to making the 50-40-90 club. A high-usage player who gets to his spots and also takes great care of the ball.
The first one falls.
Known for his incredible defense, Leonard's huge hands and timing really helped make an impact on that end.
Klingon, he's checked in for Portland. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And make no mistake about it, Kawhi Leonard Clark can still take over a game.
Yeah, it's all about him being healthy. I mean, when he's healthy, he is unstoppable. The mid-range game is platinum level. He can make threes. His strength, driving to the basket and finishing, is so underrated, but clearly obvious because it seems like guys just bump off of him, fall off of him when he goes to the rack with 4.
Count it. Leonard's got 16 points.
Another big night in the career of Kawhi. What a devastating player he is. Fun to watch, too.
Holiday dishes to Avdia. Here's Kamara. The offensive rebound. Holiday looking over the floor. Back to Klingon. Pass to Holiday. Shoots the 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Jackson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Garland against Holiday. Garland the pass to Leonard. Done outside. Puts up a 3. And Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Pass to Avdia. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. And Los Angeles with some changes. John Collins, he's checked in for Jackson. And Jones subbed in for Benedict Mathurin.
Derek Jones Jr.
Avdia. 6 to shoot. Pass to Murray. Fires the 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Dunn left side. Now Garland. Clinging with the steal. And here is Murray. Scoreless thus far. Pass to Avdia. Now Clinging. Wide open look here for Murray. And again, it's the Trailblazers missing. Jones up top. Clinging covering. Collins a screen on Avdia. There's Garland, and the lead is down inside single digits. Garland's got his second basket.
And there are some guys you can just give that mid-range shot to, but Darius Garland isn't one of them. He is so good from there.
And they pick up 2. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 11 rebounds. Collins a screen on Holiday. Pass to Leonard. The ferocity inside by Leonard.
You know, a little bit of contact will not bother Leonard at all. I mean, he's so strong as a player. It's part of the deal for him.
It's Clinging, top of the key. Back to Holiday. And he banks in the layup. Holiday's got 12 points in the game.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
Now here's Leonard. 18 points for him. Outside Collins. No good on the triple.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
The kick out to Holiday. Murray is screen undone. Offensive rebound. Here's Clinging. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. 12 points for him.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And Tyronn Lue wants a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy.
Let's get crazy for our Trailblazers Stats team. Here they come, fans.
Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Murray. And then for the Clippers, Lopez comes in for Chris Dunn. And it's Benedict Mathurin in for Garland. Mathurin finds Leonard. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Grant against Jones. Pass to Leonard. 5 to shoot. Portland grabs the miss.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Now here is Holiday. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. These players have been vacuums on the boards recently, leading the league in rebounding the past month. The fourth spot held by Donovan Clingan.
He must be spending a lot of time in the weight room because he's shown such strength under the basket.
Clippers trail by 13. Outside Leonard. Collins kicks to Jones. Pass to Lopez. Leonard on the wing. No good from the wing. Trailblazers leading by 13. Now Kamara. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game.
And simply put, Donovan Clingan is a winner. 2 national titles in 2 college seasons. He can really affect a game at that size.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. That one misses.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Well, it certainly appears to be the case. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
Now here's Leonard. 18 points for him.
2 minutes remaining.
To end the drought.
2 minutes.
Oh, with the block.
Intimidation at the defensive end. That's something Clingan can provide right away, while the rest of his game is a bit of a work in progress.
And the replay demonstrating once again how aggressive that defense was.
Such great timing, defensive awareness, too. When you have to face a defender that can reject you like this, it certainly can change your approach.
Trailblazers leading by 14. For longtime veteran Brook Lopez, his evolution, Clark, as a player goes beyond his three-point shooting.
Yeah, I agree with you because folks tend to forget his defense was considered a weakness early in his career. Now he's turned into one of the best shot blockers and rim protectors in the league. Well, I just love the quiet confidence that Holiday plays with, particularly as it relates to his ability to score. He's just flat out taking over right now.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thanks, guys. John Collins grew up playing soccer goaltender. He said, quote, "I've always had good hands, but goaltending helped my reaction time, being able to track the ball at fast speeds. It's an important thing for guards to trust the big fella that you can catch and finish." Kevin, back to you.
Terrific report. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. Now Lopez following Drew Holiday's three-point attempt. Jones sets the pick for Matherin. No good on the three. The Trailblazers shooting at just about an even 40% from the field for the second quarter. Here's Holiday. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Benedict Matherin.
You know, in the case of Drew Holiday, having 2 brothers in the league, I think probably has added motivation for him to excel.
Shoot 2.
And he knocks down the first one.
Holiday really is a soft-spoken guy on and off the court. Leads by example, is extremely reliable and talented, and his teammates have great respect for him because of it.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Clippers trail by 17. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
A strong move by Leonard that time. He knows exactly how to use his strength to get an advantage.
Now here is Holiday. He's got 15. beyond the arc. And it's John Collins with the rebound.
Yeah, and that three-point shot, it really has looked off here in the second quarter. It hasn't stopped him from attempting them, but it's time to maybe find something else to do.
Here's Mathurin. He has yet to score. Lopez, a screen on Howard. To the inside. Clinging with the steal. Drew Holiday has been on display for the Trailblazers. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
35. Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot run by. They're measuring up the shot. Let's hear it for the participants.
Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. How about we start out with the Western Conference and how those teams are stacking up?
Checking out the Trailblazers. They've played okay, but unfortunately, that's not getting you into the playoffs. They were hoping to take the next step this year. That led to a lot of frustration for everybody. Their fans are hangry. They wanted to eat.
And let's talk now about the game we've been watching. What a terrific first half for the Portland Trailblazers.
Coaches preach this over and over again, and Shaq knows this well. Take care of the ball, and they internalize that.
Yeah, on the other hand, the defense will let them stay comfortable.
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for Portland. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Nuggets at Ball Arena in Denver. That'll be the first half of a two-game trip. We'll see Grant and Kamara playing it forward. Avdia is out there with Holiday, and it's clinging in at the 5 down low. So that's who Chauncey Billups starts the second half with. Now Lopez following Drew Holiday's three-point attempt.
Just so steady around the basket. Brook Lopez, really one of the more consistent scorers in the game.
Pass to Kamara. Back to Holiday. Banked in off the glass. Now that's 17 points for Drew Holiday.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Now here's Leonard. Off target from three-point range.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Now, Avdia. Kawhi Leonard missing from long range. From outside the arc, drills it from outside. Avdia's got 5 points so far.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Outside Leonard. The tray. Portland grabs the miss.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Clinging with it. 13 points in the game. Outside Holiday. Avdia against Leonard. Avdia gets the bucket. Avdia's got 5 points in the quarter.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
And Jeremy Grant picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Collins passes it to Leonard. Looking to end the run.
Another miss. Not how he wanted to start the second half.
The shot misses. Pass to Avdia. Back to Holiday. Got it. Good job in the low post. Holiday's got 19 points.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Now, here's Garland. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark. Right now, he's averaging about 19 points a game. Jones finds Leonard. 5 on the clock. And it goes down 2 points. He's got 22.
Skilled at getting inside and doing work down there. Kawhi Leonard is a confident scorer.
Outside Holiday. Lays it up off the glass. 21 points for Drew Holiday.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And Tyronn Lue wants a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys.
And your Trailblazers UNC.
And now let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard as we've gotten into the second half of the season. These teams have become better and better, scoring points off turnovers. Fourth, the Clippers.
Their defense has taken on a new life since the break. I mean, they're getting into teams, forcing turnovers, and they look like a different group.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Collins passes to Jones. Back to Collins. And here's Garland for 3. Avdia with the rebound.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Now here is Holiday. They have a 22-point lead. It's the most they've led by. Shot clock at 5. On the wing. No good from Grant.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Collins finds Garland. Lopez a screen on Holiday. Garland, that's for 2. And it's Portland with the rebound. Avdia's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Up top, Klingon. Back to Avdia. Pass to Holiday. Makes it off the glass. Holiday's got 23.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now, here's Collins. Nothing on the board. Back to Garland. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Leonard. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Why, such a fiery competitor. He won't back down in the face of adversity.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
You know, all game long, they've imposed their will on the interior, scoring a lot of points in the painted area.
And during this game, they sliced the D apart by just attacking the rim, flat out dominating them inside.
And Clark, as someone who has been around the game their entire life, what advice would you give to younger players?
A couple of things, Kevin, I would highlight. One is embrace the work, embrace the process of development, run your own race in that regard. stay away from the snare of compare and dedicate yourself to being a continual learner and always striving to get better.
Now, here's Grant. He's got 8, off target from the wing. Collins dishes to Garland. Jones kicks to Garland. Pass to Leonard, and Jones has it in the corner. Back to Leonard. And here is Dunn. Now here's Leonard. Jones from outside. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Holiday, the pass to Avdia. Fires from deep. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Dunn outside. Knocks it loose. And now running up the court, Avdia pushing it up. And stolen by Leonard. Back to Garland. And he converts the layup. Garland's got 6.
Fearless move by Garland inside, going for the high percentage shot.
Grant outside. Back to Holiday. The jump hook. He gets that one. Holiday's got 25 points.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Now here's Leonard. He's got 25. There's Garland. And he banks in the layup. 8 points for Darius Garland.
It's an overlooked part of Kawhi's game, but he does a nice job distributing the ball.
And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Making a change here. Henderson's checked in. Jackson, he's checked in for the Clippers. Batum comes in for Jones. Trailblazers leading by 19. Pass to Kamare. Leonard against Grant. Four on the shot clock. Looking to get back on track here. It's hauled in by Dunn. Dunn's got his 4th rebound in this one. And Nicholas Batum with the slam.
And Batum throwing it down with ease.
For Portland, they've gone 7 of 13 in the 3rd quarter so far, just above 50%. Outside Holiday, pass to Klingon, back to Henderson. hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Henderson's got 5.
A little like Donovan Mitchell there. Henderson makes some really tough shots in traffic.
Garland against Holiday. Now, here's Garland. He's covered closely and right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting. And, GA, you think about high skill level offensive players. Darius Garland near the very top of that list.
Well, the son of an NBA point guard in Winston Garland, Darius has been preparing for this level his entire life. And his offensive package is as polished as anyone.
Al Batum following Drew Holiday's 3-point attempt. Right side, Garland takes the 3. The rebound by Grant. Grant's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Pass to Henderson. There's a screen by Kamara. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Dunn.
Well, he won't miss many of those, not when he gets a good look like that.
Garland kicks to Leonard. And the foul called on Toumani Kamara. That's foul number 2 for him. Bogdan Bogdanovic, he's checked in for the Clippers. Benedict Mathurin comes in for Garland. Now, here's Dunn. He's got 5. Jackson with the screen. Just 5 to shoot. And again, no good by the Clippers. Trailblazers leading by 17. Murray outside. Pass to Henderson. 1:53 left here in the 3rd quarter. Bangs home the trifecta.
A part of Henderson's game that's improving. Nice to see him build some confidence from behind the line.
Dunn passes to Bogdanovic. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. The Trailblazers shooting it quite well in this 3rd quarter, 53%, and the offense is rolling. Henderson against Mathurin. The leaner inside. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Jackson's got 6 rebounds in the game. Mathurin finds Dunn. Back to Mathurin. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And inside, Mathurin makes great use of his agility, developing some instincts for how to get around in traffic.
Here's Sissoko. Hasn't made one yet. And then Henderson with the jam.
He said, take a seat, young fella, and just enjoy the show.
Broke those ankles and then detonated at the rim. That's exactly how you do it.
Outside Mathurin. Outside Batum. Up top Mathurin. Henderson defending. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And battling against the interior of that defense, nice to see that Mathurin has that toughness.
The Clippers have looked good at the line. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Those are good numbers for any team. I mean, they can feel extremely good about their free throw shooting percentage this season.
He misses the free throw.
You know, when you think about Mathurin, his scoring ability really jumps out at you. You got to be excited about his future.
For the Trailblazers, Williams, he's checked in for Grant. And Abdia subbed in for Scoot Henderson. Good on the second free throw. Here is Love. 23 seconds left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Just 4 to shoot. Banked in off the glass. Love's got 5.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
And so it's Portland sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Benedict Mathurin is out there with Batum. Then there's Dunn. And there's Jackson. And it's Garland in a point guard. And he makes that one. Murray's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Portland.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Now, here's Dunn. Jackson with the screen. Back to Dunn. Over Avdia. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And finished off by Avdia.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that dish.
And Jackson throws it down hard.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Outside Williams. And you know, everyone's aware, Clark, of the team rivalries in the NBA. But there are, I think, still plenty of personal ones, too.
Yeah, I would agree with you there, Kevin. I mean, you've got highly competitive, accomplished guys making up the rosters on NBA teams. And if a player wins the individual matchup in one game, you can be sure that opponent in the next game is going to look to make things a little different.
Here's Mathurin, following the basket by Robert Williams. An exciting young guard, Benedict Mathurin. Clark, what's something you like about him?
Well, I got a lot of things I like about him. His smooth approach to offensive production. He can score it. He's got a nice handle. He can get to the rim. He gets to the foul line a ton. I mean, he's got a fearlessness about him and a confidence about him that seems to point to him being a star in the not-too-distant future.
Free throw good, Mathurin.
You've got to admire and respect the work ethic of Mathurin. I mean, even when he's had injuries or setbacks in his early career, he's never stopped working to get better.
Mathurin hits them both.
And I like the drive of this kid. Mathurin, really a team player.
Avdia kicks to Williams. Pass to Avdia. Back to Love. Portland moving the ball around. And for the NBA, anytime there's a blip in the ratings, Clark, you've got those who will begin to criticize the state of the game. Do you find any credence there?
I think in many cases it's a bit of an overreach, an attempt to try to define something simply that's more complex, to have a simple answer for a complex situation. I do think the league is very much on the right track in continuing to listen to criticisms and then evaluate them on their merit.
Now, here's Avdia. Back to Love. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Dunn left side. Outside Mathurin. From the arc. Drains it from beyond the arc.
He'll mix one in here and there. Mathurin stretches the floor that way, making the defense respect his three ball.
And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. He knows every possession is critical now.
Attention Blazers fans, give a big round of applause for your Blazers record dance team.
He's checked in for the Trailblazers. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Los Angeles. Here is Love. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Pass to Sissoko. And the three off target. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. There are some who will say, GA, there are too many threes being taken in today's NBA. What are your thoughts on that?
Hey, if we're cutting back on something, how about free throws? The three-point shootout is arguably the best part of All-Star Saturday, but nobody wants to watch a free throw contest.
Free throw good, Mathurin.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
And so he hits both. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Pass to Sissoko. Now Love. The three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Garland with it. Picked up by Love. Garland the pass to Leonard. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Leonard's got 27.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
I wasn't quite sure if he'd be able to maintain that same level of play. I had my doubts coming into this game. Consider my doubts disappear.
The Clippers have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Jackson a screen on Love. Outside Garland. Dunn, wide open, he fires. No good from outside.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Klingon finds Love. Back to Klingon. This one for 3. Love can't hit. LA's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Garland. Pass to Mathurin. Clock at 6. Here's Leonard. It's over Abdia. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Leonard just pushing through the contact there. He is deceptively strong.
Clark, one suggestion I've heard for All-Star Weekend, a one-on-one competition.
Yeah, it's worth a shot. Anything that would perhaps enhance the competitiveness of All-Star Weekend, I think, would be helpful.
And the Clippers making a change here. Jones has checked in.
Hey, when Leonard is able to stay healthy and play, there's no doubt he's one of the best in the game. Can take over a game on both ends.
Outside, Avdia. Back to Holiday. Pass to Kamare. Holiday against Garland. Holiday left side. Grant for three. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second three of the game.
And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Outside Garland. Launches a three. And it's Leonard missing.
He had a couple of triples in that first half, but since then, he has not been a factor from beyond the arc.
It's Klingon, top of the key. Avdia finds Klingon. Back to Avdia. Now here is Holiday, guarded by Garland. 7-foot shot, and the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
And, you know, guys, that kind of offensive efficiency really keeps a lot of pressure on the opponent, and that's part of why the lead is what it is.
Here's Leonard after Drew Holiday's score. Leonard kicks to Dunn. Drills the three-pointer.
As his career has gone on, Dunn's taken more threes, and he's got more comfortable beyond the arc.
Pass to Klingon. Outside, Avdia. Grant for three. It's rebounded by Leonard. Los Angeles has gotten off 4 three-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. And it's Mathurin missing. Trailblazers leading by 22. Up top, Klingon. Down against Avdia. Pass to Holiday. And he uses the glass on the layup. Holiday's got 14 points here in the second half.
It's been a good night for him overall and a good night for this team.
Outside Leonard. The three from Garland. And Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got his 18th rebound here tonight. All over the place. Now, here's Grant. Pass to Klingon. Avdia against Dunn. And Holiday with the basket on the assist by Avdia. Holiday's got 31 points.
He's been terrific offensively. You can bet they'll feed him down the stretch, that's for sure.
And here is Garland. Hey, Clark, we know resistance training is something pretty much every player does. Is that prevalent back in the 80s when you played?
That's 4 decades ago, Kevin, and it wasn't as prevalent as it is now. I mean, it's commonplace, and kids get exposed to the benefits of weight training and strength training for any sport, but particularly basketball, at a much earlier age now. So it's part of who they are once they get to the college level and then on to the NBA. But the core strengthening, the stability work of that area between your knees and your sternum, the middle of your chest, boy, that type of work has made a huge difference and would have made a great difference, I think, in my career had it been as prevalent as it is now.
Clippers have gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. Outside Mathurin. Pass to Dunn. Three-pointer. And it's Portland with the rebound. Now Holiday. Avdia finds Holiday. Fades. It's not going to go for him. The Clippers shooting about 43% here in the fourth quarter.
2 minutes in the game.
Back to Leonard. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Garland, no good. Portland's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Bounce pass, Holiday. Pass to Avdia. Here's the three. The shot by Holiday, no good.
Well, in most games he can knock it down from deep, but it just isn't there for him in this one.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Trailblazers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And this will make it 41 victories for them on the year. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Jrue Holiday.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Now here is Holiday. Shoots over Garland. Holiday gets the bucket. Holiday's got 35.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
Here's Garland. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. 27 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Pass to Klingon. Trailblazers moving the ball around. And Holiday with the basket on the assist by Avdia. And it's 37 points for Jrue Holiday.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
Now let's check in with Allie LaForce on the sideline. What do you have for us, Allie?
Jeremy, as this team approaches the postseason, can you use wins like this to generate some momentum and find some chemistry?
Yeah, definitely. We're getting into playoff mode soon, getting closer to the end of the season, so I just want to prepare, get ahead of steam.
Nothing like playoff mode, guys.
And as always, Allie, thank you so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. So for Allie LaForce and my colleagues here at the table, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Jrue Holiday.